Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share the complete detailed process and I will be explaining each and every step of this painting that I've recently painted. First of all, make sure to like and subscribe if you want me to keep making such videos and keep educating you. I have already prepared my canvas by taping it all around for the boundary and applying a white acrylic paint coat. You can use any brand. I have here used acrylic paint. I mostly use Acryl and Camlin. I've started by making the sand and moved on to making the sky. Here you can notice that I did not mix the blue sky color pre-hand. I'm mixing it directly on the canvas. So I just put the paint on the canvas directly and I will be mixing it as I go. Because anyways the sky is going to have different shades of blue and it doesn't matter if it is uniform or not. That's why I like to mix it on the canvas. That gives a really nice texture. When the paint is dry, then only I like to make my clouds or any other texture that I want to give in the sky. I mix those colors directly on the canvas. So what here I do is I just take the paint, put it on the canvas and spread it by slowly dabbing my brush. Be it a sunset or the normal clouds, this is my technique of painting them. I will take the paint and I will just keep dabbing them until they are properly spread and I have achieved my shade. Next I'm moving on to making the sea. I have already pre-mixed the color because I want a uniform blue for the sea. I'm using the same dabbing technique for the waves. You can see I have taken white and I am slowly dabbing it onto the blue when it is wet. This gives a really nice effect. Now I want to paint the sky in a little bit of sunset thing, so I'm going ahead with painting red, orange and yellow. You can see I have applied the color and then I'm just dabbing and spreading it to the area that I want. And I'm using the yellow also in the same time, and now you can see how beautifully the red and yellow have mixed on the canvas. So I'll keep slowly dabbing it until I achieve my desired effect. This is one of my most favorite techniques and I use it almost in every painting of mine because this really spreads the color very evenly and I achieve the look that I'm looking for. One key thing to note here is that you have to make sure both the colors are wet. If any one color is dry, they will not merge properly and you will not be able to spread them. Here you can see since the red is also wet, the red and yellow are mixing very beautifully. Next I'm moving on to drawing some palm trees because it is a beach scenery and all the elements are related to beach. So our next element is a palm tree. Nothing special going on here, just drawing the stalk of the tree. Next I'll just use a green color and mark all the leaves that I want. I will first mark them all and then move on to painting them and converting them into leaves. while drawing leaves, I start from the center of the leaf and then go outside with very light stroke, and this makes the leaf very beautiful. So a lot of paint stays in the center and I just spread it till the end, and that gives it a realistic leafy look. Next, I'm painting some leaves on the ground and I'm using the same technique. You can see I have already taken the yellow color in the center and I'm just spreading that yellow all around. So I've taken green and yellow both, so that when I'm spreading them, they mix beautifully and give a really nice color to the leaf, which is yellow and green combined together. Now this is something new that I want you to learn. I do not draw directly on the canvas. This is how I transfer my design to the canvas. I have already drawn my ship on a paper. Use very broad tip pencil, not a sharp one, so that you have more area to work with. Then I put the paper upside down, so that acts as a tracing sheet for me. When I am keeping it upside down, I already have the marks or the linings on the opposite side. So I gently just trace them all. You can see the drawing is on the back side of the paper, which is facing the painting, and I'm tracing all these lines and curves. You have to make sure to apply a lot of pressure. If you'll do it with a light hand, it may not get transferred. The reason I do not use a carbon paper is because sometimes they leave their color and that does not look good at all, and it requires extra efforts to try to hide those lines or colors. Also, it is a very easy DIY. I don't have to buy tracing sheets or anything. We all have blank sheets at our home, and this is a very easy DIY that you can do, so no need to buy any extra supplies. I'm a very resourceful and minimalistic person, so I try to buy things as less as I can, and I would try to utilize what all resources I have around me. So you can see I'm carefully just tracing all these lines and curves. You have to make sure you are drawing exactly on the top of these lines, which were earlier drawn on the back side of this paper. So exactly you have to trace on that. What happens is the graphite from your pencil on the other side goes on the canvas. Now let me show you by lifting it up. Now our design has transferred beautifully without any damage to the rest of the painting. And now I can just go ahead and complete painting it or whatever you want to do. I used this technique to transfer the design of the ship as well as the Howrah Bridge. I painted the ship and now I'm drawing the outlines. I'm using a very fine brush. Now I'm moving on to painting the chain for the anchor. This is a very beautiful painting with a very beautiful concept. Now I want to add some yellow shades to this leaf. So I've mixed yellow and green and now I'm making some leaves on this. The client also wanted to keep the sky completely blue, so I repainted the area, and so you can see that those red and yellow shades are not there. I will also be showing the varnishing technique. So you can see I'm just removing the masking tape, and it creates a very beautiful outline, a very beautiful border, and it is extremely neat. So the trick is to paste it and then apply a lot of pressure multiple times to make sure that it is completely secure and there are no spaces left at all. And now you can see I have got a very beautiful and neat border. I also painted these chairs that accidentally I deleted the video. I did record them, but I accidentally deleted the video. Now here is our final painting. We have a beach, we have some trees, there is a Howrah Bridge, a ship, and I'm using Brush Stroke gloss varnish. You have to make sure the painting is completely dry. I left this painting for 2 days before moving on to varnishing. Although acrylic takes less time, you can easily varnish after 5 to 6 hours, but I made sure to leave it for a couple of days just in case. And I'm using a flat brush to simply varnish all the areas. Varnish doesn't only increase the life of the painting, it also gives a shiny effect. I'll show you the close-up and then you will be able to understand about the shine. Here you can see how the varnish is giving a shine to the area. You can use an extremely wider brush as well. I'm just being a lazy ass, and that's why I'm not going to find my mural painting brushes. I do have wider brushes, but I'm just going ahead with this one. Now when I have made sure my varnish is on all the sections, I'm just spreading it and moving it with long strokes and just making sure it is there on all sections. And I'll do it in all directions, from left to right and then top to bottom. This makes sure the varnish is equally and very uniformly applied to all the areas. And here is the final reveal. So make sure to like, comment if you learned something new, and subscribe. This motivates me to keep going and make more tutorials for you and keep teaching you. So make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.